Hello, and welcome to Baby Bedtime Stories, the best place for magical tales and soothing melodies. Close your eyes, relax, and let the adventure begin. Once upon a time, in a cozy little bedroom, the moon glowed softly through the window, casting a gentle light over everything. The stars sparkled like tiny nightlights in the sky, and the room was oh so quiet. All the toys were snuggled up, waiting for their chance to play. And who do you think woke up first? It was Teddy, the fluffy brown bear with a bright red bow. Teddy was the child's very best friend, always ready for a big hug or a fun story. And tonight, Teddy had a secret plan for a midnight adventure. Teddy opened his shiny button eyes and gave a little yawn, stretching his soft, furry paws. He peeked around the room where the moonlight turned everything into a silvery wonderland. In the corner, the rocking horse stood still, dreaming of galloping. The dollhouse was shut tight, its tiny doors closed for the night. The toy chest was bursting with cars, trains, and cuddly friends, all fast asleep. On the big, cozy bed, the little child slept soundly, holding onto a corner of their soft blanket. "It's time for my midnight adventure," Teddy whispered in his tiny bear voice. He slid down from the bed, oh so carefully, his paws landing with a quiet plop on the fluffy rug. The room felt big and calm, but Teddy wasn't afraid, not one bit. He knew all the toys were his friends, and together they could have the most wonderful adventure ever. Teddy tiptoed across the room to the shelf where Dolly the doll sat. Dolly was a beautiful doll with curly hair and a pink dress. "Dolly, wake up," Teddy whispered. "It's time to play." Dolly opened her eyes and smiled. "Oh, Teddy, I was just dreaming about dancing," she said. "Would you like to see me dance?" Teddy nodded eagerly. Dolly stood up on her tiny feet and began to twirl and spin gracefully. Her dress fluttered like butterfly wings, and she hummed a soft tune. Teddy clapped his paws in delight. "You're such a wonderful dancer, Dolly," he said. Dolly curtsied and giggled. "Thank you, Teddy. Dancing makes me so happy." "Dolly, what do you dream about when you're asleep?" Teddy asked. "I dream about dancing in a grand ballroom with music playing and everyone clapping," Dolly replied. "What do you dream about, Teddy?" "I dream about adventures, like exploring new places or helping friends," Teddy said. "That sounds wonderful," Dolly said. "Maybe one day we can have a real adventure together." After playing with Dolly, Teddy heard a soft noise coming from the other side of the room. It was Blocky the Block, rustling in his box. "Let's go see Blocky," Teddy suggested. They went to Blocky's area, which was a colorful box filled with blocks of all shapes and sizes. Blocky, are you awake? Teddy called softly. Blocky popped his head out of the box. Hello, friends. I was just thinking about building something new, he said. Would you like to help me? Teddy and Dolly agreed, and together they started stacking blocks. Blocky showed them how to make a tall tower, a little house, and even a bridge. Building is so much fun, Blocky said, and it's even better with friends. Teddy admired their creations. You're amazing at building, Blocky, he said. Blocky beamed with pride. As they played, Blocky explained, First, I make a strong base with the big blocks. Then I add smaller blocks on top. That way, it doesn't fall down. Teddy tried building his own little structure, and Dolly decorated it with her graceful touch. Next, Teddy thought it would be nice to visit Carly the toy car. Carly was a bright red car with shiny wheels, always ready for a race. She was parked near the toy chest. Carly, wanna go for a spin? Teddy asked. Carly's engine revved softly. Hop in, Teddy, she said. Teddy climbed into the driver's seat, and off they went, zooming around the bedroom. They raced past the bed, under the desk, and around the chair legs. The wind whistled past them, and Teddy laughed with joy. After a few laps, Carly slowed down. That was fun, she said. I love going fast. Teddy patted her hood. You're the fastest car I know, Carly. Carly smiled. Thank you, Teddy. Racing makes me feel alive. After their race, Teddy decided to see Bunny, the soft-stuffed rabbit. Bunny was sitting on the windowsill, looking out at the moon. Hello, Bunny, Teddy said. What are you doing? Bunny turned and smiled. I'm watching the moon and the stars. They're so pretty, she said. Wanna hop with me? Teddy nodded, and together they hopped around the room, boing, boing, boing. They hopped over books, around toys, and even onto the bed and back down. It was like a little dance. After hopping, they sat down to rest. Hopping is my favorite thing, Bunny said. It makes me feel free. Teddy hugged her. You're the best hopper, Bunny. Bunny nuzzled against Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. You're a great friend. Teddy had an idea. Let's have a little gathering with all our friends, he said. We can share what we love to do. So, Teddy, Dolly, Blocky, Carly, and Bunny all gathered in the middle of the room. They sat in a circle on the soft rug. Dolly started by dancing a little jig. Everyone clapped. Then Blocky built a small tower with his blocks. Ta-da, he said. Carly did a quick spin around the circle, and Bunny hopped high in the air. Teddy smiled at his friends. Each of you is so special, he said. You all have something wonderful to share. The toys felt happy and appreciated. They chatted and laughed together, enjoying each other's company. As the toys were enjoying their gathering, Teddy looked up at the bed. Something was different. "Oh no," he said. "The child's blanket has slipped off and is on the floor. They might get cold without it." Dolly gasped. "We can't let that happen. We have to put it back." But the bed seemed so tall and the toys were so small. "How can we reach up there?" Carly wondered. Blocky tapped his chin thoughtfully. "Maybe if we work together, we can find a way. Each of us has something special we can do." Bunny nodded. "Yes, let's think about what we're good at." So the toys sat in a circle and started brainstorming. Blocky said, "I'm good at building. Maybe I can build something to help us climb up." Carly added, "I'm fast and can carry things. Perhaps I can help transport the blanket." Bunny said, "I can hop high and push things with my legs." Dolly twirled and said, "I'm graceful and can help arrange the blanket neatly." Teddy smiled, "And I can coordinate our efforts and make sure we all work together smoothly." With a plan in mind, the toys got to work. First, Blocky gathered his blocks and started building a ramp. He placed one block on top of another, making sure it was sturdy and sloped gently up to the bed. "First, I'll make a base with the big blocks," Blocky explained. "Then I'll add smaller blocks to make it slope up." Teddy helped by passing him the blocks, and Dolly arranged them neatly. Once the ramp was ready, Bunny hopped over to the blanket. It was a big, fluffy blanket, but Bunny was determined. She nudged it with her nose and pushed it with her strong hind legs, moving it closer to Carly. Carly positioned herself next to the blanket. "Okay, let's load it onto my back," she said. With Dolly's help, they folded the blanket into a manageable size and placed it on Carly's roof. Teddy climbed onto Carly's seat. "I'll hold the blanket steady while you drive," he told her. Slowly and carefully, Carly began to drive up the block ramp. The ramp creaked a little under their weight, but it held strong. "You're doing great, Carly. Just a little more," Teddy encouraged. Up, up they went, until they reached the top of the bed. Once on the bed, Teddy and Carly gently spread the blanket over the sleeping child. Dolly, who had climbed up using the ramp, helped smooth out the blanket with her graceful hands. The child sighed contentedly in their sleep, now warm and cozy again. "We did it," the toys cheered quietly, so as not to wake the child. With the blanket safely back in place, the toys felt proud of what they had accomplished. "We did it," Teddy whispered, "and we did it together." One by one, the toys said goodnight to each other. Dolly twirled back to her shelf. "Good night, everyone," she said. Blocky tidied up his blocks. "Sleep tight," he whispered. Carly parked herself near the toy chest. "Sweet dreams," she said. Bunny hopped to the windowsill and curled up. until tomorrow," she murmured. Teddy climbed back onto the bed and snuggled beside the child. He looked out at the moon and stars, feeling grateful for his friends and the adventure they shared. Before they went to sleep, Teddy thought about how each toy had contributed. Dolly with her grace, Blocky with his building, Carly with her speed, Bunny with her strength, and himself with his leadership. Together, they made a perfect team. And as the night grew deeper, the bedroom was filled with peace and quiet once more. Teddy closed his eyes, knowing that even in their dreams, they were all together. And so, the bedroom grew quiet, and all the toys drifted off to sleep, dreaming of their next adventure. Now it's your turn, little one. Close your eyes and let your own dreams carry you away to magical places, just like Teddy and his friends. Good night, sleep tight, and we'll be back soon with more Baby Bedtime Stories.